Hey, what's up everyone, Morey Croson here, and today we're going to be helping you out with your 5-10-5, your shuttle run. We'll start the video right now.
This is the newest edition of the Perform Side.
Reach your individual goals. You don't want to just talk about straight line speed. We also want to talk about your ability to be quick. We break down your video. Let's make you into the quarterback I know you can become.
All right, so this is a very common test that you'll see at a lot of combines, and there's a few things that I think you could do here and some information you could know going into it that could really make a big difference in shaving off a few tenths of a second when it comes to running the 5-10-5. Start here at the middle. You're going to run 5 yards, touch here. Some people have you touch with like the foot, some people have you touch with the hand, and then you're going to run back and you're going to go and touch on the other side. So it's going to be 10 yards, right? 5 yards to the first one, and then 10 yards to that cone, and then you're running through this one, okay? Now, when you do that, when you go to the first cone here, what you want to be doing is covering 4 steps, right? So we're here, and in order to do that and be quick with it, we don't want to end up turning too much. I see a lot of people whose first action ends up being something like this, and then 2, 3, 4, and then turning again, coming back around. You don't want to do that. You want to be keeping your chest kind of facing straight ahead here. So if you were going to see me go through here, you don't always have to put your hands down. If you don't have to put your hand down, great. I wouldn't. In terms of your setup, I would say if you're going to go to me, I'm going to go to my right, I'm going to go to this side. So I'm going to have my right hand down, and I'm also going to crowd the line as much as I can with my left foot because I want my first step to be this step right here, okay? And so I don't want to end up getting this foot in the way here, so I want to make sure this foot is a little bit back, this foot is a little bit more forward, so I'm a little bit staggered with my stance. I have my right hand down here, I have my weight back, I have very little weight on this hand, but now the main point here is I want to be facing you as I go through. Again, this is supposed to be 4 steps here, okay? So it's going to be here, 1, 2, 3, 4, touch, right? And then notice when I'm here, what I want to be doing is I want to get myself set up where I have this foot turned facing straight ahead, okay? And I'm going to turn a little bit more here. So I want to have this foot all the way around facing straight ahead. I don't want it to be too much here or anything like that, but I also want to make it so this foot is not too far back because I want to make it so this foot, the next step is going to be right back over and through. Okay, so I see a lot of people that will go here and will end up touching with this foot too far back behind the foot that's down, right? This is when I'm touching with my right hand. Again, depending on what side is more comfortable for you, you can make that adjustment. But when you go and you touch, you don't want to end up having to come around with this step as I'm going to go run the 10. I want to be able to, and this is just a good general rule of thumb when it comes to cutting in general, when you want to cut, you want to be aware of where your other foot is so I'm not getting myself in a position where I'm not able to get around properly, right? Let's try not to have to overcome some of the mistakes that we can easily prevent by just having better body positioning and things like that, okay? So again, first thing that we want to be aware of is we're taking 4 steps, okay? These are things that you can just practice at home. I'm taking 4 steps to get there, and when I do that, I don't want to end up turning my body too much this way, and I want to be landing with this foot in a position where now I can accelerate right back off. Okay, so I'm here, I'm getting myself set up. I'm gonna have my right hand down because I'm going to the right side. I have this foot kind of crowding the line to make it so I don't have to cover as much ground. And then from here, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, getting my foot set up, right? Touching the ground here, and then I would go and accelerate right out. Now, from there, I want to be touching, and I want to take 4 big steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? That's going to end up covering more ground. In these steps, I want to make sure that I'm able to really get as much forward action as I can. I want to be horizontal with these motions, just like if I'm trying to accelerate or trying to go through my drive phase, okay? And I'm going to take 4 hard acceleration steps, and then I'm going to take, if you can, maybe even get 5, but as you get into that 5th step, you're going to be slowing down so that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then touch again, okay? So it's going to be 4 big steps, come in here, 4 steps quick, touch, 8 steps to the other cone, and then another 3 to 4 coming back. When you do these 8 steps, we want to, and we get to the end, it's the same process or the same thought process where we want to get this foot around, so when I touch, I can come right back through and get a nice little crossover there, right? If you guys should be able to do this, by the way. I know I'm in khakis right now, so I'm in work pants. I have some other clients coming here afterwards. This should be very accomplishable for anybody. And if you watch the best athletes that run the 5-10-5, all of them are able to do this, right? They're able to get 4 steps in the first 5 yards, 8 steps to here, and then it's either 3 to 4 depending on height to get from that 5 to this 5. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how it's supposed to look here. Again, getting yourself set up. Okay, and I would just work on getting that first 4 down, right? Keeping that chest down, touching, work on that first 4, get good at that first 4, and then once you get good at that first 4, then get good at 4, accelerate to 8, right? 4, accelerate to 8, and then get good at being able to do that whole thing, right? Once you can get good at 4 to 8, then you're pretty good at, you're going to be in a good spot to be able to do it. But, you know, in order to understand how to practice this and how to get better at this, again, I would say go to that first 4, right? Get better at your first 4 steps, that first 5 yards, okay, touch. And then after that, get better at the next 8, right? The 10 yards coming back, right? Being able to accelerate, make sure you have good steps, make sure you're not wasting a lot of movement, going too much side to side. And then once you get good at the first 4 steps, the first 8 steps, then it's going to be that last little acceleration, making sure you get out. But, you know, there's a lot of people that end up, I see a lot of times people struggle with being able to decelerate coming to the last 3 steps there, or the 8 step, or when you're accelerating 10 yards. You know, that sometimes ends up being a difficult thing for some people. So definitely want to be able to work on that, make sure that you're comfortable with it, so then when you go into a combine, something like that, you already have some experience with it. You don't want the first, or, you know, the first few times that you've done it to be at a combine. You want to be prepared when you go, so then you already know what it is that you need to be doing in order to have the most amount of success. All right, so let me go ahead and get set up here. Right, I'm here, I have this line kind of crowding the line, I have my right foot down, and I'm going to go ahead and just go through it nice and quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, touch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm not going to be able to run a great time there, but you can kind of see as I'm counting through how it should kind of look and what are some of the main things you want to be working on. If you have any issues with that, or if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them for you. As always, if you like the information, click that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel. Always trying to help you guys out, trying to make it so you guys have a better understanding of what you need to do in order to run faster, accelerate, be able to have a lot of success when it comes to different camps, different combines, things like that. So if you want to get some coaching from me when it comes to preparation for a combine or for a 40-yard dash or running the 5-10-5, we'd be happy to be able to do that. We'd be able to do a lot of it online. Primarily online. I do also do things in person as well if you are in the LA area, but definitely able to do it online. I think that ends up being a lot more effective for a lot of people, just because it gives you a lot of hands-on coaching when it comes to your technique and what you need to be working on within your start, your drive phase, your top end speed when running the 40. Make sure you get the steps down when you're running the 5-10-5. I also could do this for like the L drill, things like that when it comes to football, or also the 60 when it comes to baseball. But yeah, again, like, subscribe, check out the description to find more about some of the things that we offer. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.